Here are some diaspora stories for you. Renewed anti-immigrant protests in South Africa have raised serious concerns among Nigerians living in the country, with reports of violence, looting, and targeted attacks on foreign-owned businesses. Community leaders say Nigerian nationals are increasingly feeling unsafe, recalling past xenophobic incidents. South African authorities have pledged to restore order, while Nigeria's High Commission is closely monitoring the situation. Advocacy groups are urging stronger protections for migrants and improved diplomatic engagement. The unrest underscores persistent tensions over unemployment and crime, often blamed on foreigners despite limited evidence. Mozambique is facing criticism after authorities detained and deported Nigerian nationals despite a court ruling ordering their release. Legal representatives and human rights groups have condemned the action as a violation of judicial authority and international law. The affected Nigerians were reportedly held under unclear immigration charges before being forcibly removed. Nigeria's diplomatic mission has demanded explanations from Mozambican officials. Observers warn the incident could strain bilateral relations and raise concerns about due process for foreigners. Advocacy groups are calling for accountability and safeguards to prevent future violations. A Nigerian man named Gift Oladele in the United Kingdom is set to be sentenced in April after being convicted of rape by a UK court. Prosecutors presented evidence that led to a guilty verdict, while the presiding judge scheduled sentencing following legal procedures. Authorities have not released full details publicly due to legal restrictions, but the case has drawn attention within diaspora communities. Legal experts note the seriousness of the offense and the likelihood of a significant custodial sentence. The case highlights ongoing concerns around crime, justice, and accountability involving foreign nationals abroad. A UK court has sentenced 24-year-old Nigerian, Chukwemeka Ahananudo to life imprisonment for a fatal street attack in Leicester. The court found him guilty of murder following a detailed trial that examined witness accounts and forensic evidence. The judge described the act as brutal and unjustified, emphasizing the severity of the crime in delivering the sentence. Authorities confirmed the victim died at the scene. The ruling has been welcomed by law enforcement as justice served, while also drawing attention within Nigerian communities in the UK regarding criminal accountability and public safety. The United Kingdom government has announced increases in visa, residency, and citizenship application fees effective April 2026, impacting Nigerians and other foreign nationals. The revised charges cover study, work, and settlement categories, raising concerns among prospective migrants. The UK Home Office stated the adjustment reflects administrative costs, but critics argue it could discourage international applicants. Immigration experts warn the hikes may affect student enrollment and skilled migration flows. Nigerians seeking opportunities in the UK are advised to review the new fee structure and plan applications accordingly before the changes take effect. A US-based Nigerian, Ayobami Omoniyi, has been sentenced for his role in a multi-million-dollar wire fraud scheme. The court ordered him to pay $202,273.80 in restitution to victims, alongside a custodial sentence. Prosecutors detailed how Omoniyi participated in fraudulent financial transactions that targeted individuals and businesses. U.S. authorities emphasized their commitment to tackling cybercrime and financial fraud involving international actors. The case serves as a warning about the legal consequences of such offenses and highlights ongoing collaboration between law enforcement agencies to combat transnational financial crimes. The United States has urged its citizens to leave Iraq immediately due to escalating security concerns linked to tensions involving Iran. The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad issued the advisory, warning of potential risks to American nationals in the region. Officials cited increasing instability and the possibility of attacks as key reasons for the directive. The situation has raised global concerns about regional security. Authorities are encouraging citizens to use available commercial options to depart while monitoring developments closely. The advisory underscores growing fears of a broader conflict in the Middle East. Australia has temporarily suspended the entry of Iranian tourists, including those holding valid visas, for a 6-month period. The government cited concerns that some visitors may not return after their visas expire. The decision has sparked criticism from advocacy groups, who argue it unfairly targets a specific nationality. Australian officials maintain the move is necessary to manage immigration risks. The policy shift has raised diplomatic and humanitarian questions, with observers calling for a more balanced approach. The suspension highlights tightening global migration controls amid evolving geopolitical tensions. The Ghanaian community in Zurich, Switzerland, has called for more inclusive governance during a diaspora dialogue forum aimed at strengthening national development. Participants emphasized the need for greater political participation and policy engagement from Ghanaians abroad. Organizers described the event as a platform to bridge gaps between the diaspora and government institutions. Discussions focused on representation, transparency, and economic contributions. Stakeholders urged Ghanaian authorities to create structured channels for diaspora input. The forum marks a growing trend of diaspora involvement in shaping governance and development policies back home. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, in collaboration with the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, has received 100 Nigerian returnees from Algeria. The group arrived in Abuja and was provided immediate assistance, including medical care and reintegration support. Officials said the return was part of ongoing efforts to assist stranded Nigerians abroad. Authorities reaffirmed their commitment to protecting citizens and facilitating voluntary repatriation. The development highlights continued migration challenges faced by Nigerians and the government's response through coordinated humanitarian interventions. For more diaspora stories, subscribe to our channel, follow us and visit diasporanews.ng now.